gentlemen, welcome to Tarleton's 221st commencement. We're delighted you are here to honor the academic accomplishments of today's graduates from the College of Graduate Studies.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a la 221ª ceremonia de Tarleton. Nos complace su presencia para honrar los logros académicos de los graduandos de la Facultad de Estudios de Posgrado.
I'm Janice Horak, Assistant Vice President for Development.
Soy la doctora Ibeliz Urbán, profesora y subdirectora del Departamento de Inglés y Lenguas.
We extend a very special welcome to Tarleton alumni in our audience today. In the back of your programs, you will find a web address that will help you stay connected with your alma mater.
Una bienvenida muy especial a los exalumnos en nuestra audiencia de hoy. En la parte posterior de sus programas encontrarán el enlace a un sitio web que los ayudará a mantenerse conectados con su alma mater.
The procession is about to begin, so now would be a good time to silence your audible devices so that everyone can enjoy this wonderful ceremony without interruption.
La procesión está a punto de comenzar, por lo que ahora sería un buen momento para silenciar sus dispositivos audibles, de manera que todos puedan disfrutar de esta maravillosa ceremonia sin interrupciones.
President James L. Hurley will lead university officials onto the platform, while our student marshals escort the class of 2020 into the stadium.
El presidente James L. Hurley conducirá a los oficiales de la universidad a la plataforma, mientras los guías estudiantes escoltan a la clase de 2020 al estadio. Los oficiales de estudiantes que acompañan a la clase son:
the student marshals are Dr. Curtis Atchley, Dr. Eileen Falkenberry, Dr. Tom Falkenberry, Dr. Brenda Faulkner, Dr. Zelda Gibbs, and Dr. Brian Martinson. We call your attention to the back of the stage with the international flags representing the home countries of our student body.
Llamamos su atención sobre la parte posterior del escenario y las banderas internacionales que representan los países de origen de nuestro cuerpo estudiantil.
The graduates are wearing their master's hoods adorned with the colors of Tarleton and their fields of study. Detailed explanations of the traditional and Tarleton academic dress, banners, and mace are in your program.
Los graduandos llevan sus capuchas de posgrado adornadas con los colores de Tarleton y sus áreas de estudio. En sus programas encontrarán explicaciones detalladas de la vestimenta académica tradicional y de Tarleton, de los estandartes y del bastón de mando.
At the conclusion of the ceremony, the platform group and graduates will be led out of the stadium. Please remain in your seats until all graduates have left. At that time, you will be dismissed from the stadium to join your graduate along Rudder Way, which is located east of Memorial Stadium. We ask that you adhere to social distancing guidelines throughout the ceremony and at dismissal.
Al concluir la ceremonia, el grupo de la plataforma y los graduandos saldrán del estadio. Por favor, permanezcan en sus asientos hasta que todos los graduandos hayan salido. En ese momento podrán abandonar el estadio para encontrarse con sus graduandos a lo largo de Rutherford, que se encuentra al este del Estadio Memorial. Les pedimos que cumplan con las directrices de distanciamiento social durante toda la ceremonia y al momento de la salida.
And now, the group of people you have come here to honor, the Tarleton State University class of 2020.
Y ahora, el grupo de personas que han venido a honrar la clase del 2020 de la Universidad Estatal de Tarleton.
The procession will be accompanied by the Tarleton Wind Ensemble under the direction of Dr. David Robinson.
La procesión será acompañada por el conjunto de viento de Tarleton bajo la dirección del Dr. David Robinson. Por favor, a los que les sea posible, pónganse de pie para recibir a la procesión.
Please, all who are able, rise to greet the procession.
Good afternoon, Texans. Now, come on. This is the most special day in the life of a university. And for each of these graduates, let's try this again. Good afternoon, Texans. This morning we battled rain and wind and then the sun and more wind. Class of 2020, the graduate college, you must be living pretty well because this is perfect weather. I'm Dr. James Hurley, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as president of this outstanding university. Welcome to the 221st commencement of Tarleton State University. This is a magnificent day for our university as these graduates join the ranks of distinguished Tarleton alumni. To officially open this ceremony, please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Miss Julia Pace, Junior Music Performance Major. Following the national anthem, the invocation will be given by Student Government Body President, Mr. Kalen Cheatham. Gentlemen, please remove your caps and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let us pray. On this commencement day, while we have all traveled different paths to reach this milestone, today we are of one mind and of one heart in giving thanks for these students and for all that they will accomplish. As we reflect on all that is past and all that is yet to come, we are mindful of the many people to whom we owe thanks. Families that encouraged education, teachers and mentors who shared their knowledge and their experience, friends who provided support and helped make a lifetime of memories. May the gratitude we feel today inspire each of us to bring even greater joy into our lives and into the lives of others. Amen.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Laura Helvey Mason, Assistant Vice President of Student Affairs. And at this time, I would like to recognize the members of the platform group. Would they please stand when introduced? And will you please hold your applause until all are standing? Dr. Karen Murray, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Credence Baker, Dean, College of Graduate Studies. Mr. Kalen Cheatham, Student Body President. Ms. Cheyenne Holt-Mack, Commencement Speaker. Ms. Julia Pace, Commencement Singer. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding leaders. Finally, I would like to introduce Dr. David Robinson, Director of Bands, and the members of the Tarleton Wind Ensemble, and thank them for their contributions to today's ceremonies.
Thank you, Dr. Helvey Mason. Graduates, I want to start by expressing how proud we are of each of you. You truly embody the Texan spirit. During the final semesters of your graduate and doctoral studies, it has not been easy. Someday we will marvel around the fact that COVID-19 indeed changed so much so quickly. We will all look back at this unique period of time and recognize our professional, personal growth and reflection. Many of you are working adults, and your disruptions were and still very different than our undergraduates. We wanted to have this ceremony today because you overcame a global pandemic and deserve it. Each of you experienced firsthand the unprecedented series of educational, social, and global occurrences that will forever change the world as we know it. But during this time of transition, so many of you became our inspiration. Here are just a few examples. Sitting among you are school leaders that were forced to shut their doors and move the entire K-12 curriculum and delivery to a virtual format. I personally know that what an arduous task that was in its own right. But I will admit, superintendents, principals, and teachers, watching you create mobile food and meal deliveries for our most needy students while our schools were closed were simply amazing. You displayed passionate leadership at the highest level. Some of our nurses sitting among us put their own lives at risk daily by working with COVID-19 patients on the front line. It was because of your passionate leadership those individuals affected survived. Thank you for caring so much about the physical well-being of all of us. And for some, you serve the mental health well-being as social work, counseling, and criminal justice professionals. Your work was and continues to be essential in protecting our most vulnerable and those that cannot protect themselves. Thank you for your passionate leadership. These are just a few examples of how our Tarleton Texan family is making an impact during these difficult times. However, each of you will be essential in helping us return to a new normal. All of you have played an important role and will do so in the days to come. One thing this COVID-19 pandemic has taught us, we are stronger together. Continue to display passionate leadership because more than ever, this world needs more Texans. Class of 2020, I am so very proud of you. You will forever go down in history here at Tarleton State for your leadership, fortitude, and perseverance. However, no one gets to this day alone, and many of you are gathered here with your family that helped make this day possible. Class of 2020, I think it's time to show our appreciation for certain members in the audience. I want to start with our outstanding and dedicated faculty and staff. Those in attendance, would you please stand and allow us to say thank you? You guys are in standout. Many of our faculty and staff are volunteering and so that we can pull today off, and I'm very thankful. Now, let's recognize some very special people that have been by your side along your Tarleton journey. If you are a brother or sister of one of our graduates, would you please stand? Class of 2020, will you show little brother, little sis some love? If you are a spouse or partner, would you please stand? If you are a child, or if your mommy or daddy is graduating and sitting on this field today, would you please stand or be held high in the air for us to say thank you for sharing mommy and daddy? One dad had like 3 in his arms. That's impressive. If you are a parent, that means all of our moms and dads. Would you please stand? Mom and dad, thank you. And last but certainly not least, the most important group, graduates, I want you to watch the love on their faces. Would all of our grandparents proudly stand and allow us to say thank you. Thank you, Grandpa and Grandma. Trust me, graduates, the grandparents love you far more than Mom and Dad. I know from personal experience, as my mom and dad remind me every day how much more they love my children than they do myself. As was explained before the processional, some graduates are wearing colorful cords that represent high achievement and academic honors. Some graduates are wearing red, white, and blue cords representing achievement of an honor of a different sort. They are our veterans, who we recognize today for their service to our nation. It is because of their sacrifice and that of their families that allow us to freely pursue life, liberty, love, happiness, and a Tarleton education. I would like to ask all veterans and active military personnel in this graduating class to please rise. Thank you for your service to this great country. Likewise, I would like for all active military personnel, both past and present, that are in the stands today, would you please stand and allow us to say thank you for fighting for this great country. Thank you. We're very proud of our military heritage here at Tarleton, and we appreciate your service. Today is also a special day, not only for Tarleton, but for the entire Texas A&M system. Although unable to attend in person, Chancellor John Sharp wanted to express his congratulations. So here's what I need you to do, graduates. Cross your fingers on this one. This morning it didn't work. And so we're going to try this again. Please.
Howdy, I'm John Sharp, Chancellor of the Texas A&M University System, and it's my honor and privilege to congratulate you, the graduates. I commend you for the fortitude, the determination, and perseverance that you exhibited during trying and challenging times. None of us knows what the future holds for you as you go into the next chapter of your life. Today's pandemic is a harsh reminder of that truth. As college graduates, you are more prepared than most to adapt to change, and change will come many, many times in your life. I have no doubt you're prepared for it, thanks in large part during your time and what you learned with us. So on behalf of the Texas A&M System faculty, staff, and administration, congratulations to you, your families, friends, and loved ones who celebrate with you today in person or in spirit.
Thank you, Chancellor Sharp. Dr. Helvey Mason.
Graduates, this is your day. It is you we are here to celebrate. For this reason, a member of the graduating class has been invited to address the commencement audience. Today's speaker is Cheyenne Mack, receiving a Master of Science degree in Agricultural and Natural Resource Sciences. Cheyenne grew up just outside of Stephenville in Dublin, Texas. After reviewing the decision of taking a gap year or to live at home due to her since-won battle with cancer, the short commute made Tarleton the easiest choice. And she says that the easiest choice has turned into the best choice she has ever made. Cheyenne has always possessed a love for the outdoors. She grew up enjoying many pursuits for the environment around her. Looking up to key conservationists and agriculturalists, she quickly developed a passion for serving others by dedicating countless hours of research and service to agriculture. As an undergraduate student, Cheyenne was a leader in and out of the classroom. She served as a residential leader, a 3-year Tarleton cheerleader, a student academic mentor, and has served on the executive board of the Tarleton student chapter of the Wildlife Society. She has assisted with multiple undergraduate classes and community projects. She even attended the 2019 South Africa study abroad trip, contributing to her passion for agricultural pursuits. Upon graduating with her second Tarleton degree, Cheyenne plans to dedicate her time back to the university by teaching classes as well as contributing to South African local communities through wildlife research in conjunction with African Wildlife Services. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cheyenne Mack.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I appreciate the opportunity to represent the December 2020 graduates. Dr. Hurley, Provost Murray, and distinguished stage party, it is an honor to share the stage with you on this special day. I graduated from Tarleton with my undergraduate degree in spring of 2019. I was blessed with the opportunity to deliver the commencement speech at our graduation. My speech focused on overcoming adversity and how my cancer diagnosis at 17 helped me make the best decision of my life, attending Tarleton State University. And what an incredible decision that was. I have been blessed to experience many changes during my time at our university. Class of 2020, we experienced the inauguration of Tarleton's 16th president. Our university was reclassified as NCAA Division I, becoming the 9th full-time member of the Western Athletic Conference. And on a more somber note, we experienced the COVID-19 global pandemic during our final months as graduate students. I just want to say there is no place or organization I would have rather been during the pandemic than Tarleton State University. I know it's easy to be angry with the situation the global pandemic brought upon us, but I learned something during my battle with metastatic thyroid cancer. We have a choice when faced with difficult situations. We can choose to be bitter and angry, or we can find a silver lining. Embrace the hand you are dealt and choose to come out better on the other side. My amazing mentors and friends here at Tarleton helped me learn that. Something else I have learned. Graduate students depend heavily on one another. We study together, we laugh together, and we even cry together. We wouldn't be here today if not for each other. So I want to personally thank each of you for persevering and overcoming adversity with me. During my undergraduate ceremony, I described adversity as a gift that shapes us into the people we have become and the people we will become. I believe that we are all better today than we were going into spring break earlier this year. Personally, I'm much better with technology. I don't get as nervous talking over Zoom. I've gotten better at taking online exams, and we've all come up with solutions to stay connected with friends and family across the country and world. And despite all the hardships we've been presented with, here we are. We may be outside at Memorial Stadium in December rather than inside Wisdom Gym, but we're still here, about to receive our graduate degrees. Although we have overcome the unthinkable, our world is at a crucial point in history. We are rebuilding, healing, and moving forward into a better society. Who better than Tarleton Texans to help lead the way? The world needs leaders that show integrity, civility, and excellence. Individuals that serve others and help design a more progressive and diverse society while understanding and respecting tradition. The world needs us. We'll experience many more adversities on our journeys, but I have no doubt that we can conquer any obstacle in our path. When we became Tarleton Texans, we gained a family that will always welcome us back with open arms. My heart hurts knowing that my time as a student at Tarleton is officially coming to a close, but I will forever be grateful for everything this school has given me. I will forever be grateful that my cancer diagnosis brought me where I am today, and I will forever be grateful that COVID-19 reminded me to appreciate every day and every hug. Today we are officially turning the page to a new chapter in our lives, but remember, we will always be Tarleton Texans. Fellow graduates, never forget what this university has given you. Carry our core values with you every day and be the leaders that this world needs. Embrace challenges and adversity with open hearts and always find a way to overcome and adapt to any situation. Class of 2020, let's show this world what incredible things Tarleton Texans can do. Bleed purple and roll Texans. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheyenne. Thank you, Cheyenne, for your remarks and your positivity. This world needs more positive thought, more positive action, and thank you for that. You have represented your class very well. Now, Provost Murray, will you please come forward and let's get this stadium rocking.
And now, graduates, we are to the most important part of the ceremony, the presentation of your degrees. Will all the candidates for degrees please rise? President Hurley, these students are candidates for the doctoral and master's degrees as prescribed by the faculty of Tarleton State University and the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System. As Chief Academic Officer, I present them to you with both personal pleasure and Tarleton pride.
Thank you, Provost Murray. Graduates, by the authority vested in me as President of Tarleton State University, I proudly confer the doctoral and master's degrees upon those of you who have successfully met all requirements associated with such degrees. You now hold all honors, rights, and privileges belonging thereto. I charge you as educated men and women of the world to use your education in the service of others. You may now be seated. Student marshals, would you please bring the graduates forward to receive their diplomas?
Cheyenne T. Mack. Dr. Ariana Hernandez, dissertation title, Differences in Reading STAR Scores for English Learners, Analyzing Reading Performance between Dual Language Two-Way and Content-Based English as a Second Language Bilingual Models. Chair, Dr. Randall Bowden. Dr. Charles Austin Mims, dissertation title, An Examination of the Relationship between UIL Extracurricular Activity Participation Rate and A through F Accountability Rating Scores involving selected Texas Regional Educational Service Center school districts. Chair, Mark Weber. Dr. Stephen Wilson Poppy, dissertation title, An Analysis of Factors Impacting Student Intent to Continue Attendance at a Regional Community College in Texas. Chair, Dr. Don Beach. Dr. Dominique Lamont Hill, dissertation title, University Recruitment and Retention, a phenomenological study of the lived experiences of faculty of color at historically white parochial private institutions in Texas. Dr. Tamara Elise Morris, dissertation title, An Evaluation of the School-Wide Positive Behavior Intervention System of Supports Program in a Public Middle School. Chair, Dr. Don Beach. Dr. Amy Tennille Russell, dissertation title, An Exploration of Radiologic Technology, Faculty Characteristics, and the Use of Pedagogical Practices in the Classroom. Chair, Dr. Randall Bowden. Dr. Denisa K. Mendel, dissertation title, A Comparison of Choice and Traditional Elementary Schools within a Texas Independent School District. Chair, Dr. Ryan Glayman. Dr. Rhonda Michelle Lemire, dissertation title, Teacher Perceived Social Emotional Teaching Practices in 8th Grade ELA Classrooms, A Descriptive Study. Chair, Dr. Don Beach. Benjamin Martin Edelbeck. Amanda K. Burdine. Lauren Michaela Westbrook. Olivia Shea Gibson. Christy Michelle Bragg. Virginia Allen Moore. Micah Renee Foreman. Charles Covington Head. Casey Frederick Hogan. J.C. Lynn Davis. Sarah Nicole Messina. Ashley Page Kemp. Richard Allen Black. Caitlin B. Burris. Peter Kennedy Hill Holstrom. Allison Jane Mouse. Emily Elizabeth Adams. Kristen Harrison Pruitt. Trey Austin Honeycutt. Amber Lynn Coons. Jordan Lee Withrow. Carrie Ann Allen. Francis Vasquez. Rebecca Aaron Duckett. William Patrick Powell. Elizabeth Olmos. Dalton Wade Williams Rodriguez. Annabelle Vasquez. Rebecca Leanne Robelia Crunk. Ashley Nicole Reed. Amanda Diane Ayers. Taylor Elise Morales. Maria Noemi Vasquez. Letitia Leanne Torres. Suzanne Ruth Fox. Alex Isael Pulido. Devin August Russell. DeAndre Dwayne Hogg. Melissa Campbell. Erica Romero. Morgan Bryn Martinez. Dustin Kyle Weens. Stephanie Nicole Dean. Lynette Corrales. Dylan Ham. Kennedy Danielle Reeves. Haley Marie White. Jennifer Stade Roper. Zachary Dane Kalina. Cameron Lane Price. Whitney Page Grantham. Sabrina Jean Jasper. Nikki Hassanajad. Nok Trung Conway. Leslie Renee Elliott. David Garrett Hernandez. Trong Tan Nguyen. Lauren Carol McKinney. Brijal Viren Patel. Erin Liana Taylor. Brittany Miranda Starnes. LeSean D. Palmer. Braden K. Chamberlain. Baruch Mulugeta Abera. Rodney Terrell Leonard. Madhav Sigdal. Shauna Danielle Sadowski.
Connor Lance McAnally. Sonia Marie Jarvis. Lindsay Brianna Scouten. Miana Marie Johnson. Jeffrey Albert Provost. Harley Lane Cooper. Alexis Denise Ortiz. Alicia Danielle Hennis. Jessica Lauren Lane. Allison Nicole Claxton. Jose Luis Avila. Haley Nicole Barton. Kristen Ann Richardson. Janae Nicole Russo. Grace Elizabeth Peterson. Devin Scott Hampton. Stacy Marie Kerb. Michelle Jean Hancock. Eric Jason Grubbs. Preston Joel Hughes. Marisol Vieda. Vanessa Vieda. Sarah Kate Keith. Kendrick K. Lang. Lindsay Ray Richards. Courtney Ann Moymont. Andrea Perez. Emmanuel Masula Masona. Ronald Burns Lane. Gary Douglas Jones Jr. Jordan Patlin Cruz. Heather Nicole Moore. Jake Randall Michaelwich. Christina Arduña. Isaac Luis Garcia. Caitlin Cheyenne Kioski. Javis Gurung. Richard J. Wisa Sr. Brian Raymond Okello. Ashuri Wurovia Asita. Renee Allison Meiser. Ashley Leanne Baker. Karina Raquel Schwintz. Clay Knuckleby Adams. Subash Gamiri. Diana Kewen Miller. Kristen Geary. Timber Morgan Lyon. Carissa Carolyn Long. Ashley Grace Corcoran. Marissa Ann Berger. Courtney Brittany Nicole Walker. Victoria Lynn Johnson. Jessica A. Ferrer. Brooke Lauren Kincannon. Gina C. Kincannon Prescott. Kyle Edward Bourne. Maribel Lewis. Kenneth Jaron Smith. Felicia Plecas Grantham. Jeffrey Kyle Pinkstaff. Marilla Autumn Smith. Deanna Lore Dale. Ashley Clausen Westbrook. Shannon Marie Landolt. Todd William Hansen. Clifford Frank Worley. Emily Brooke Conklin. Mitchell Lee Bernard.
She got all of us. We were all like, huh? We needed that.
Graduates, would you all please rise? Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I introduce you to the newest graduates of Tarleton State University. Congratulations, class of 2020. Graduates, it has been our great honor to present you with your degrees. For many of you, this is your second or even third Tarleton degree. Thank you for your continued devotion to your alma mater. For those earning your first Tarleton degree, how many of those in the audience or in the graduating class is this your first degree? Hold your hand up high, please. Welcome to the most incredible alumni family in all of Texas. We are thankful that you have finally found the best university in all of Texas. I encourage you to come back and visit us often. We are always in need of your time, talent, and treasure, so please don't forget us. And never forget, the gates of Tarleton are always open. On behalf of the entire Tarleton family, we wish happiness, peace, and prosperity along your life's journey. Godspeed, class of 2020, and may you forever bleed purple. Dr. Helvey Mason.
To close today's ceremony, I ask Ms. Julia Pace to come forward to lead the singing of the color song, our university alma mater. I encourage the audience to sing along. Following the color song, we ask all guests to remain at your seats while the platform group and our newest graduate alumni lead the recessional. Gentlemen, please remove your caps, and again, I ask all who are able to please rise for the singing of the color song and the recessional.
Success.